heaven?
No. It's Iowa.
Kevin, there was a time when dinosaurs roamed the earth. And then a boy stole some panties from a house and tried to bury them.
I do things that I know Eric hates. I get further from him every day. Where were you?
Ben, when you're older, will you step through a random doorway out in the desert and then cause the earth to explode?
Only if I've taken a lot of mushrooms first.
Your mom is really naive. She gets taken advantage of.
But she was still pretty hot. Serious MILF vibes. Okay, we'll stop whispering. We're talking the Tree of Life on the Pod of Dreams.
There are two ways through life. The way of nature and the way of grace. You have to choose which one you'll follow.
We're alligators.
You'll be grown before that tree is tall.
It takes fierce will to get ahead in this world. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Come on, son.
He's afraid of you. You expect things of him only an adult can accomplish.
I've just always wanted you to be strong, be your own man.
Father, Mother, always you wrestle inside me. Always you will.
Someday we'll fall down and weep. And we'll understand it all. All things. Guide us to the end of time.
Unless you love, your life will flash by.
Welcome, everybody. If you listen, we will pod. This is the Pod of Dreams. We got Kevin and Ben. I'm Eric. Today we're talking about the 2011 movie. It's a movie called The Tree of Life. Terrence Malick, starring Brad Pitt. Also Jessica Chastain, who didn't really have a ton of lines in the movie. She was just there a lot. Sean Penn's also in it for some inexplicable reason I couldn't quite ascertain.
Well, he was the grown-up version of one of the kids.
No, you're right. That's who he was. I don't know why. But yeah. It may sound like I hated this movie with the way I'm starting. I did not hate it. It did take me 3 sittings to finish it. So I'll be honest about that. 3 different times. But I thought a lot about life and trees and feet and being a kid.
And dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, yeah. This movie covers like the dawn of the entire universe and solar system. And I think the end of it, maybe?
I think so. That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
It's just a light that's left at the end.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
But all centered around this family of Brad Pitt and Jessica Chastain and their 3 boys. In the 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, something like that.
Yeah.
I think the early mid-50s is my guess.
Well, what war was the oldest son killed in?
I assumed it was Vietnam. I didn't know what else it would be, but if it was like 1970, give or take. He could have been killed in Vietnam.
I
Right,
thought
he's
it was.
19.
I thought it was like in the 40s or 50s. So maybe the Korean War or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't
Wait.
totally. I was actually a little confused how he died.
So you think they were born in the 30s? So you think the movie's set in the
Well, here,
30s?
Wikipedia
And then
says
he's killed in the 50s.
follows the film members of the O'Brien family in the 40s through the 60s. Most of the film takes place in the 1950s. That's what Wikipedia says. In the 60s, they learn their son at 19 has died. But you think he died in a war? I don't remember that.
They
coming
get a
up.
letter. I assumed it was like the military saying your son had passed away, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess
And it's the
not.
middle son. Sean Penn is the oldest son we see as an adult, like an older
Yeah.
adult. I mean, so we jumped. I think that's in like the 2000s, right? The Sean Penn time frame.
Who
The
knows?
modern time.
I mean, he would be 50-ish, in his 50s.
Sure.
Is Sean Penn older than Brad Pitt?
Yeah,
You think so?
not by a lot. So Fast Times at Ridgemont High is like 1982. Something like that.
Coley.
So he's already like 20 in 1982.
Brad Pitt's born in 63. Sean Penn's born in 60. So they're only 3 years apart.
Okay. Not by a lot.
Yeah, and in between that, there's a lot of whispering and a lot of like cut. I love the way Terrence Malick like edits the movie together. I really do love that. If I'm being perfectly honest, like I think somebody like Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve are you can tell that they are huge fans of the way Malick like edits scenes together where there's things happening. Somebody's talking, and then a scene will cut between two different things. And I mean, I thought Inception a lot. I thought Blade Runner a lot. There's a lot of that in this movie, I think.
So what did you think, Eric, when you're watching this movie and then all of a sudden it cuts to space? What's going on in your head? Talk me through what Eric Lane was feeling.
Incredibly confused. I'm like, all right, so this is 2001. He's trying to do a little 2001 Space Odyssey. That's clear. Kubrick is also who I thought of watching this movie.
Sure.
But then, I was with it. I thought it looked cool because it was not like CGI. It was clearly like, liquids and things that whatever microscopic camera tricks that they're doing. But then it cut to the fucking dinosaurs. And I'm like, why are we looking at fucking dinosaurs in this movie? Like, what is happening here? That's where it lost me for a bit.
And why did the dinosaur just look at the other dinosaur?
Yeah, it bit him and then ran away. Is this whole movie just about like people being sort of bad? Because like a lot of it centers around the boy misbehaving, right? There's a lot of him like testing his parents and then breaking windows and stealing panties and shit like that. Like not being like
blowing
bad,
up turtles.
Bad. Yeah, not being like awful, but like kind of on the bad. Is it just about like not evil? What's the right word I'm thinking of?
It's about suffering. Why does God let suffering happen? Right. This is the movie starts with a quote from the book of Job. Were you okay with the movie starting with the Bible verse? Did it make you mad?
I didn't love the Bible, but I love a quote to start the movie. I think that's brilliant.
Okay. So the book of Job is this Old Testament story about this guy who's really righteous and he has a great life, and people say to Job, you just love God.
Where were you?
This great life.
Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth, when morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy?
Yeah, this is God responding to, like, I don't know who, Job, I guess. And Job says, I would love God even if I suffered, even if he took away all the good stuff, and God takes away his family, his money, makes him sick, and he still claims to love God. And it's a response to, like, Satan challenging God saying, yeah, God, he only loves you because you gave him all this cool stuff. So it is absolutely about suffering and why stuff happens, right? When they say, where were you? Like when the boy drowns, why did you let that boy drown? Where were you earlier when I did bad stuff? I didn't get punished for the bad stuff. Why did that happen? Jessica Chastain, where were you, God, when he was killed? Like, I've been great. And he still died, right? So that's what it's about. Those dinosaurs are one of the dinosaurs is dying, right? It's just laying there by that river and just dying. The other one kind of looks at it and then ultimately chooses not to hurt it more. I don't know. It's a weird sequence, but that's what's going on. Do with it what you will. But that was my take on the broad theme and putting in this big meta context. But I don't know. What do you think, Kevin?
Well, I thought Brad Pitt was an asshole.
Yeah, I don't like movies about assholes.
They really hammered that one home, though. I thought a little bit too much.
He's a tough dad, but he loved his kids and he loved his wife. You know, I'm on his side. His kid was a little piece of shit. His kid was a little shithead.
He was a piece of shit. Close this screen door 50 times quietly. Okay.
So you got to teach him some discipline. What, you let your kids just slam your screen door over and over again? Don't say anything?
And he's like yelling at Jessica Chastain's character, you know, I let you live in my house. All that stuff.
Yeah, he was a dick. You're right. I actually thought he did a really good job, though. Like, he sort of like changed the way his face. He's like had this like underbite thing, like a sling blade kind of thing going on.
It was like what he did for Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, a little bit.
The same thing.
Yeah.
It's a little muted.
But like that's the same guy that was like Tyler Durden. Like that's, and not that far apart in terms of like time frame, maybe 10 years, but like that's pretty good acting. I was impressed.
It's fine. Yes, he
won an Oscar for Cliff Booth. Like, he's better in this than he is as Cliff Booth, I think.
Maybe, but I guess I don't know. There aren't many like elite Brad Pitt performances to me. I think he's generally good to very good and stuff, but I'm never.
Have you seen F1?
Yeah, he's fantastic. I hope he gets the Oscar for that performance. So good. Yeah, he's fine. He's good in this. It's fine. No problem with it. Just saying, you already said. She just doesn't get a lot to do. In fact, her one big moment, like when she finds out her son is dead. The movie kind of cuts away and it goes dead, so you can't even get the totality of her performance as she's bursting out into tears. A lot of it is just her
at the very
playing
end,
with kids.
At the very end, when she like sees her son again, I thought that was really good dramatic acting, because we're supposed to like she's reunited with her dead son is what we're supposed to, right? Yeah. Or maybe not.
In the afterlife, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right, yeah, they're in heaven. It's heaven, right? Aren't they in heaven in the end?
I guess.
No?
But are they stuck as being kids? Like, would you want to be stuck as a kid in heaven?
But Sean Penn wasn't a kid. He was there with his kid self.
But then he transitioned from being a kid to not. Like, it oscillated.
Yeah.
It's very weird. Those are the metaphysical questions I have. Like, I don't think I'd want to spend eternity as a 10-year-old, probably. Wouldn't be my choice. But yeah, that was the kind of takeaway. And then she's reunited. Gets to hug the middle kid. I don't know. I watched this movie and I kept wondering your thoughts, Eric. I was like, is Eric going to hate this? What does he think of all this whispering? Is it grating on him yet that we use whispering basically nonstop throughout the movie to convey everybody's inner monologue? Is it irritating? What does he think of Sean Penn walking among some rocks all of a sudden? And yeah, you mentioned there's a door he's got to go through in the middle of nowhere. And he's in this office, and he's just having inane conversations. What were you thinking? Were you just like, I'm supposed to like this, but it's annoying? I know this is an important, well-made movie, so I've got to try to justify it.
There's a lot of that. So a lot of it for me is, it's why I really like Villeneuve and Christopher Nolan and Kubrick to a certain, like, there's always a plot moving everything forward with the cinematic stuff, with the, like, looking at the trees and like dirt and hands and like all, and then all that stuff, right? Like there's always a plot. Inception has a lot of that, right? The fucking waves crashing. There's a lot of that, but there's always a plot moving it forward. So when I'm like, okay, I've had enough of the scenery, and then it kicks it into like, okay, now something's happening. This movie doesn't really have that. No. It's the whispering, it's the dirt, and then it's like more of that and more of that. And I guess there is somewhat of a plot, but not really. It's just this family doing stuff.
The only arc is really Brad Pitt, who realizes, okay, you're not going to make it in the big time. You've been treating your kids like shit. And
you needed a better patent lawyer. He lost his patent lawsuit. There goes his whole, whole plan.
His dream.
Yeah, he needed a better patent lawyer. That's really what this movie's about. You gotta have a good patent lawyer.
I guess. I mean, what were his patents? Shit, I don't even know what they were for. Maybe they sucked. Maybe it didn't even matter.
Had some drawings. Was it with some? Did he work at like a refinery? Right, it was a refinery or factory.
He was an energy guy, I thought.
Okay. But some sort of executive or
engineer.
Yeah.
I think he's a little lower than an executive. He's I think somewhere in the middle.
I loved that he was a musician and wished he had, there's that whole regret. The characters seem very authentic for the 1950s. 1950s dads seemed like really awful. Really awful dudes.
Yeah, they seem like back when men were men, you know what I mean?
Well, like our
just
grandfathers, right? They just those guys seem like they really sucked.
Yeah. Well, this for me would be the generation that I guess my girl, the people that raised our parents.
Right, your
had dads
grandparents.
like that. Yeah, no, I'm just thinking about it like that. But yes, grandparents, but really the people that raised raised the people that raised the people that raised you. Anyway, yeah, no, it's a good point. I felt like it was the 50s. I wasn't ever I didn't suspend my disbelief at it and have to. It was like, yeah, okay, this feels like the 1950s. And the wife just kind of has to shut up and do everything. That's her only option, even though she knows her husband's being a dick, but she doesn't really have too many options. She just endures his misery. When you heard about the path of nature versus the path of grace, what were you thinking, Eric? About the path of nature and the path of grace?
That kind of went right over my head.
Okay.
Okay. Is there going to be a tree at some point?
There are trees.
There was one tree in their backyard. Is that
there's the tree by the big building, right? Sean Penn is got a tree growing outside of his skyscraper. And the thing is, Phil, so there's, a lot of religious stuff happening in this movie, obviously. So I don't know enough about the religion to speak too specifically, but Kabbalah has this whole thing about the tree of life. And they have a diagram of the tree of life and this dichotomy between male and female. And it's this Old Testament offshoot of Judaism, which I think is probably the big thing that's going on here. But there's the buildings are towers of Babel, and there's where the kids are playing with toys, and it's Noah's Ark that they're playing with. It's Noah's Ark little wooden play set. There's all sorts of that stuff going on in this movie. So there's
It reminded me also of The Fountain, the Darren Aronofsky movie.
Yep, sure.
Where it's I don't know if I'm totally grasping everything that's happening here, but it's oddly tied to religion. There's a lot of religious themes here that they're wrestling with.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd forgotten all about the fact that we go back to the beginning of the universe. And I just burst out laughing when it happened because I had totally forgotten. Oh yeah, we just take this detour in the middle where we spend, I don't know, we cover the creation of the universe and the stars and the solar system, abiogenesis. We see jellyfish, in their heyday.
Yeah, first life on the planet, single cell organisms. What is that?
We see the asteroid hit and kill the dinosaurs, right? Yeah. We see that.
This movie covers millions and millions, since the dawn of time. Yeah.
13 billion or whatever it is. Yes, it covers everything. And the end. We don't really see how the universe ends, but that's also covered. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to chew on thematically. I'm surprised. Usually movies that are all about thinking and thoughts and ideas and don't have a plot, you're usually just kind of immediately put off. What was it that kept you from at least totally hating it and dismissing this as pretentious garbage?
Well, I think at its core, it's a family drama, which does sort of center the movie a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, it's I thought a lot about being a kid myself, and
He's got nostalgic about your own childhood.
Yeah, I think maybe that's probably it. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Did you like when they were in, what was it? Is it DEED or WD-40? What was that stuff they were spraying?
The mosquito killer stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and the kids are just running through clouds of it. Oh boy. Brutal.
Yeah.
And you like the shots of feet being washed in the sprinkler? Is that
No, not particularly. No.
okay?
But I just wish there was more of a plot. Is all. Like I really like. I mean, Terrence Malick is like unbelievable filmmaker.
Oh, the way it looks, this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what I think about it because there's times where I thought it was ridiculous. I had to laugh at the incessant voiceover. It's so badly is just oozing. I'm important. Pay attention, in a way that's off-putting, but it's so well shot. It's just so shockingly well shot. It's just everything is immaculate. It's just gorgeous to look at.
Yeah, and you take just like literally a family house, and most of it is just they're at their house in their backyard, and like seemingly like unimportant stuff, and make it look like I need to see this, and this is important, but it's really just a house.
Yeah. They end up leaving it.
Yeah, they have to leave their tree of life.
I guess, yeah. But do they move into that really nice house with all the glass and all the natural lighting?
Yeah, so does Sean Penn then buy his family's house? Is that what he's doing in the end?
What?
Yeah, when we first see Sean Penn, isn't he buying a house?
You could be right. I guess I have no idea.
I thought he was like he's starting a realtor and he's like signing papers and the house is empty. I thought he was buying back his family's house. Was what I thought was happening.
Oh, okay.
It looked different. I mean, obviously the kitchen and everything had been redone, but I thought it was his family's house. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
No, you could be right. I didn't think about it. I just assumed he was doing generic business stuff. They're having like inane conversations. Like I closed that chapter. She wanted to revisit. He's just talking to some random dude, and he's in his office. He's looking sad with his wife, girlfriend. They just have this, 1,000-yard stare at each other. Sean Penn wakes up. I mean, Sean Penn really had he had like the least to do in this movie. He just looked sad in a business suit, please. And he did. He just kind of wandered around looking sad.
Yep. And at the end looked profound.
Like, okay. Not much going on. But he looks a lot older than Brad Pitt, I'll say that. I mean, for only 3 years difference, you said, he was like, man, he looks quite a bit older.
I just saw him. He was, Bill Maher has his like video podcast or whatever that he is. Club Random. Yes, that's exactly what it is. He had Sean Penn on it. And Sean Penn was actually giving him shit for meeting with Trump, which I liked. But boy, did Sean Penn look ragged. He looked really rough. They're like smoking cigarettes and stuff. He looks rough.
Yeah, that man has lived.
Looks like a leather glove,
Oh, yeah, he does look leathery. The last time I saw him, he looked like a wizened old bit of leather, for sure. Okay. Interesting. Well, Kevin, you hadn't seen it before.
I hadn't seen it before. It was a slog for me, I have to say. My phone kept enticing me to look at it. There wasn't much going on, really.
Look at my phone.
Look at
you
me.
You will find answers.
There's tweets to get mad about. Look at me.
Yeah.
I'll distract you.
There's news about Kirk Cousins. He doesn't drink cherry Coke. He calls it a Roy Rogers.
This is the Vikings' year. Come here.
Yeah, I mean, it was not my cup of tea. It felt very pretentious, self-important.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted like more plot.
Sure.
And less of whatever the Tree of Life was.
You wanted less of the movie The Tree of Life. You wanted much less of the movie.
I want less of what you're giving me right now.
Yeah.
Did you fall asleep? How many naps? Was there a nap?
Oh, I did not fall asleep, mainly because I think of my phone was distracting me too much.
And did you say this already? But you watched this on your day of birth.
Yes, I did watch it Maybe I'll do it every year on my birthday now.
It was your tree of life.
It's my tree of life.
And a spoiler alert, which is also Ben's day of birth.
I watched it earlier. I didn't watch it yesterday. So no. Sadly, it was kind of like I was hoping you'd pissed yourself off, Eric. I was hoping you spent the whole time just being annoyed at yourself for picking the movie. That kind of raised my spirits up.
It actually worked really well because I would just stop it when I started to get to that. Like, all right, I'm a little frustrated. I need to look at my phone, or like I just paused it or stopped it. It's like I got a few more. I think I started it like on Thursday, so I was like, I got a few more days to finish this. So, if I had waited and I had to power through it, I might.
Like if you were watching this in the theater, you'd just be sitting there, a little grumpy Gus, getting all pouty.
A theater would have made me upset. Yeah. Yeah. I would have actively been upset with this movie.
A theater without the closed captioning would have just driven me mad.
Well, this is why I got in a fight with my then girlfriend, now wife, because I was trying to catch every little bit of dialogue without closed caption. I could not track what was going on. I was like, and she had questions like, I'm confused too. I need to pay attention to everything. I don't know what's going on. I can't have a side conversation right now. Plus, we're in a movie theater, so please stop.
Did we talk about this on the pod? I would love to hear like play-by-play this fight that you had while watching Tree of Life. Like, let's go into detail. What happened? Like,
she was just asking me a question about. It was at one of the theaters in Uptown. I think it was Uptown, whatever the one is.
Lagoon.
Yeah, Lagoon, whatever that one. I don't know if it's still there, but we're sure that it could have been a diner. It might have been the one in a diner. This was a movie that wasn't everywhere. Tree of Life wasn't like a blockbuster in 2011. It wasn't the must-see movie for the general audience.
It did do surprisingly well, though.
This was when I was like seeing a lot of movies well before kids, and we'd go to the movies a lot, and I knew I wanted to watch it and pay attention, and I was just couldn't follow along what was happening. I was just trying to listen and understand and piece it together because it's not super obvious, and there's a ton of stuff going on beneath the surface. And my wife was confused too, and wanted to ask me something, and I just shushed her because we were in a theater, and I don't whisper very well. I have a hard time whispering. The voice is loud. Other people are there. I'm trying to pay attention. I also like escaping everything else at the movies. That's a fun thing to do. Forgetting about what else is going on and focus just on the movie for a couple hours. And then she just started a whisper fight, which are the worst. She's like angrily whispering, and then just carried on out there, and tons of other things got mixed in. That's as good as I can do 14 years and 3 kids later. It was really annoying. So I had the closed captioning on this time. Got some stuff I missed the first round. I like that you're like, well, it's a good movie if you every time you start to get mad, you pause it and then take a break from it.
I would like to have been at the theater where you were arguing. That would have been more entertaining for me.
Just watching this couple whisper fight.
Yeah.
You just tune out the movie and just look over at them.
That's right.
Going at it, bringing up old shit in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Last week you didn't do the dishes. Well, I worked late. I couldn't do the dishes. Shh, we're watching Tree of Life.
It was probably about getting married because we weren't engaged at that point. She was probably like, where is this going? And that was the undercurrent of most of our fights back then. It's like,
wow,
are we going to get engaged or not?
Will they, won't they?
I want the commitment.
And then you ended up having 3 kids just like in this movie. It's maybe you owe this movie more than you think.
Yeah, and I yell at them anytime they make a loud sound. I make them close the screen door 50 times quietly. I tell them they can't talk for a half hour. Well, I clang around at the plate. I demand that they call me sir.
You're a frustrated musician.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a big shot. I want to get rich. I got all this preaching about how all men need to be self-made and it's up to you and you control your fate. Don't believe in luck. And then I get pissed off when that means I'm a loser inherently because I can't succeed. Well, just take it out on my kids. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I mean, there is. This is very meandering. I don't know. It was like there's just almost no plot. It's just a kid getting a little crazy when his dad's out of town and doing some fucked up shit and seeing if it's gonna matter.
Breaking windows and stuff.
Yeah,
Did you
breaking
ever
windows.
do that? You ever throw rocks through windows?
Maybe once.
God, such a
Did
bad
you?
kid. Oh, I'm sure I did.
Like, seems like I never put a frog on a rocket. I never did that.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
pretty
little
fucked up.
animal cruelty. This kid really wanted to hurt the animals.
Yeah. And when the kid drowned, I mean, did they just like build concrete into a river? Or was that just a concrete
It looked
pool?
cool. There was a diving board. It
Yeah.
looked cool as hell. It looked like maybe on the edge of a river they put a little dive or like a reservoir or something.
Reservoir,
or-
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it looked like a cool place to go swimming.
Yeah. You wanted to go?
Mm-hmm.
Down
Is
to
it
Waco,
Texas? Oh,
Yeah,
it's
this is
Waco, right?
Waco,
Okay.
Texas. Yeah.
Never been to Waco.
Oh, do they say where they were?
I thought there was something. I remember Texas. I did not remember Waco.
I mean, it was clearly the South somewhere, and the accent for the most part wasn't so bad. So I assumed it was Texas. I looked up somewhere that it was like Waco.
Okay. I thought,
think
wow,
it's-
I really missed something.
It's not heavily advertised or anything like that. I just think it was somewhere like there. Nice idyllic neighborhood. Yeah, Eric. I mean, what was your big takeaway? Just that your childhood was fun and you miss it, or what? That was it. Just childhood's a bitch.
I was very impressed with the way the filmmaking of it too.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, childhood issues carry on. I still don't understand the Tree of Life thing. I don't know why it's called Tree of Life.
I'm just telling you, it's almost certainly has to do with Kabbalah. Look it up
Sure.
if you want.
But I didn't get that from what I saw.
No, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not super obvious. There's, I think, some hints there. Did your brother ever have you put your finger over a pellet gun and blast you? Did that ever happen to you?
No. Didn't he shoot him in the mouth too once? Or just the air gun in the mouth? I thought he put his mouth over. I thought, because isn't there a while where you don't know how? See, I think we didn't learn how the brother died.
No, we
Yeah.
don't know. I assumed it was Vietnam
Right,
because they got
so-
a letter from the government. Is what I
because
assumed.
this was the first I'd seen it. I thought the movie was going to end where you find out how his brother died. That's honestly maybe that's what was kept my. I was waiting for that. I thought there was going to be some reveal about how the brother died. So I'm like,
You
all right,
thought it was a mystery movie.
we're
Wow.
getting to it. It was like, all right, we're getting to how the brother died, and we never do.
Oh no, the movie does not care.
Yeah.
It does not care at all.
I was like, okay, all right, it's gonna be this big thing that tears their family apart. I knew his age. She says his age, right? How old he is, maybe when he dies?
19. He was 19.
Yeah, and she got a letter, but I thought there was gonna be some big whole buildup of how he died, and didn't happen. Because like when the kid drowned, I don't remember immediately knowing that it wasn't one of the brothers, and I was like, oh, one of the brothers drowned. He drowned? I thought he was older. So I was like confused by that. And then obviously find out it was just like one of their friends or someone they knew.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what it was. I was constantly waiting for some sort of reveal, some actual like event to happen, and didn't really ever happen. But I like a lot about the movie. In some, I don't know. I mean, I would never watch it again. No chance.
But doesn't
And I
that mean
made
it's
you
bad?
made you watch it for a second.
Oh, no, it was a good revisit. I wasn't like the movie, the going back to the beginning of time and spending 15, 20 minutes on that is such a wild choice that I love those kind of like wild choices. Even if they don't work, like that's just so ludicrous to do. Just in the middle. It's like, it's not even at the beginning. Like we start getting the family drama. We start with the brother's death in like 1968 or whatever it is. And then we get Sean Penn.
Yeah, because
and then
they're
all of a sudden-
older then, right? That's the oldest we ever see Brad Pitt and Jessica Chastain.
Is like the late 60s, yes.
When they find
house.
out that he dies, that's the oldest we ever see them.
Yep, and they're grieving, and then all of a sudden, just okay, we're in space, and oh man, this is so ludicrous that now we're just doing this. It's not a choice you make really for audiences, right? Like for most people, like it's what the fuck's happening? Why are we doing this? Why are we not with the family? It's crazy. It's just an absolutely ludicrous choice, and I loved it for that. No, it's a good revisit. Yeah, I don't know, but you don't want to ever watch it again. Isn't that really bad for you? Doesn't that mean you think the movie's never good if you never rewatch it? According to the Eric Lane book of movies.
Yeah, it's a sign of a flawed film for me.
Okay.
I'm glad I'd only ever seen one Terrence Malick movie, I think. I mentioned that before, so I had been wanting to watch one of his movies. I thought, what, Days of Heaven, Trees of Heaven?
That's the only one I've seen. Days of Heaven. It's
Days
like his
of
first
Heaven.
one in like late 70s.
Badlands, I thought, was his first one.
Oh, you're right. Badlands is him with Sissy Spacek. Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. You're totally right. Absolutely forgot about that one. So I've seen 3. I've seen Badlands.
Well, no, but he has that war movie too, doesn't he?
Thin Red
Line is like 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he had a huge gap between movies. It's like a 20-year gap.
Yeah, I think that's why everybody's so hyped about
Days of Heaven, Thin Red Line, The New World. That's the one I had seen before.
And I have not seen that one either. I think, yeah, he just has big long gaps between his movies. So that I remember the hype having built up a lot for Tree of Life. Like, it was a movie, it was lauded before it even really came out. Like, on the circuit, you know, it won the Palme d'Or. I remember it was the movie to see because, oh my God, it's Terrence Malick's masterpiece.
Well, and he had a movie in 2019 apparently, A Hidden Life, that I remember seeing trailers for. I think it was nominated for Best Picture, was it?
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, his trailers, like everything just looks so cool. It was like, oh man, this guy's. You guys didn't really seem to agree or disagree when I mentioned Nolan and Villeneuve, but I definitely see, like, if you ask those guys, they're probably like, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. That's not. I guess I didn't say it because it's obvious. Almost certainly, they would have seen these movies and those other ones and know how this was made and admire it.
Yeah, Nolan loves this movie. I think that was in Wikipedia.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're a film geek, I mean, just the filmmaking alone is enough to like get you going crazy because it's so incredible. The filmmaking aspect to all of this, how it looks. I'm sure most, I don't know what Tarantino thinks of it, but I assume most love it. But yeah, Malick's not a guy that has done a lot. What do we say? I mean, it was like 6 movies you listed across from starting with the mid 70s, 6 or 7 across 6 decades. This guy just doesn't work a lot. He just only does really intensive stuff that he's really passionate about. But like the Whispering got so cartoonish that it also is like it takes me out of the actual drama of the movie almost completely because it's so ridiculous that it's just nonstop and it is pretentious and self-important that I'm like, wait, is that the point? I was trying to come up with a term for how this movie made me feel. And I the best I could do is a term called prestige schlock because it's like super well made, but it's also so insistent on its own importance that it's almost cartoonish and schlockish. I don't know. I was kind of like all over the place with this one because there's just some ludicrous stuff.
Yeah, I'd probably give it, if I had, give my star rankings, I'd probably give it 3.5 stars. Probably what I do.
Okay. Where are you at, Kevin?
Oh man, it's a tough one for me to rank because I there's a lot to admire about this movie. The cinematography is excellent. The acting, I thought everyone did a good job, including the kids. I'm not a big fan of child actors. They usually feel like child actors, but these kids did really good job. Ty Sheridan, I think.
Yeah, the one kid
right.
from Mud, he was in that.
Yeah. But this really was not my bag. It's a 2-star movie.
So
I'll happily never watch it again.
So I was I really don't know how to rank this movie. I'm torn on a deep existential level. So this is a movie back in my film blogging days. This is one I reviewed, and I was just frantically looking it up to try to see what rating I gave it. And back in June 2011, I just had it listed as a question mark / out of 5. I couldn't really give it a rating then. I'm kind of stuck now. I mean, I could split the difference and give it 2.5, but I think it's better than a 2.5 star movie because the filmmaking's so immaculate that doesn't seem correct. It's so ridiculous, and I wouldn't recommend it to there's almost nobody I'd recommend this movie to. I don't know anybody who's big enough film geeks to actually like this movie, but I'll say 3.5 stars. But 2 is fine. I get 2. It makes total sense. I get 3. I'd get if somebody said 5 out of 5. This is one of those movies I just don't know how to. It's so bombastic and ridiculous and unique, but also ludicrous in the worst way.
Yeah, it reminds me of I think Adaptation, when he was trying to tell his story of his life, and he starts from the way beginning of the universe. That was very pretentious on purpose, and this movie actually does it as a choice.
Yeah, I don't know how much showing us the entirety of existence actually helps frame the movie, really.
Why does 2001 work so well? Because it has a lot of the same shit, right? We're talking about fucking apes and the beginning of like violence, and then it has, the solar system and space and AI, like that covers it, everything as well, right? But why does that work so well?
Well, there's a lot of reasons why. Well, one, it doesn't waste time being a drama at all. I mean, it's not a drama. I wouldn't call 2001 even a little bit.
There's the whole space drama where they're on the space station, and that's like the plot of the movie.
I mean, sure, but there's barely. Yes, HAL 9000 is gonna maybe murder them. I don't know, but there's very little in the way of plot. I mean, there's just very little, and you just. I don't know, you get the beginning and the end of humanity, right? That's how the movie's framed, and it's consistent. We see how we went from apes to humans.
Tools end up killing us or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, we start right, and then we end up getting enough technology to get into space and then become this new transcendent life form at the very end of the movie. And it's not like we're paying attention to a family. There is Hal gets killed at the end. But that's the big difference. The Tree of Life, yeah, it's just a little bit more all over the place. I don't know. I mean, there's probably a lot of people who think it's just as good, but I don't know. What do you think?
Me?
You. Just 2001 doesn't bore you, right? You don't find that a boring movie
it's
to watch?
like a perfect movie. It's like maybe the greatest movie ever made. I don't know.
Even though you're watching people in monkey suits pretend to like fight over a pond in prehistoric times.
It does like the perfect balance of, these sort of crazy ideas and concepts where you're covering all these things, and you're seeing like all sorts of weird, sort of like trippy and, provocative imagery, right? Like there's the guy in the bed, he's old, and then he's young and he's old. Like you're seeing all sorts of weird stuff that's just sort of making your brain think of like, what is happening right now? It's just like Sean Penn wandering in the desert, and then he sees his dad, and then he sees his kid, and then he sees it's himself. Like there's a lot of the same stuff going on in this
sort
movie.
of, but the time frame isn't the same, right? When we get to the really weird stuff, when he flies into the monolith at the end, we don't go back and say, oh, here he is chatting with his family and feeling
it reaches a climax. Being an 8-year-old. It reaches a climax. This movie never does that. Tree of Life never reaches that like climax.
I mean, it does show us the end of the universe, but I agree ultimately because it hops around timelines really far off, and we start.
But like,
in the late 60s,
2001,
we spend no time.
Most of the movie is them investigating this thing that they saw on the moon, right? Or is it the moon? The monolith appears and they're on the space station trying. Like, there's like an actual like sci-fi plot.
There's one on the moon,
movie.
And then I think then they have to go to whatever the other planet it's on. They fly the other one. They fly the other one.
Yeah, but it's like a full plot of the movie. It's like a sci-fi space movie.
Sure, the plot is minimal for 2001. I mean, yes, they go to find the monolith, and that's what ultimately happens. I wouldn't call 2001 a plot-heavy movie. It takes its time, but it does always feel like it's moving forward. I guess that would be the way I would put it.
Yeah.
It always feels like it's moving forward. It goes
was also
slow.
a technological marvel to see
Right.
space depicted that way. It was still an amazing looking movie.
Yeah,
I actually really love the way they depicted space in Tree of Life. I thought it actually looked incredible, like the sounds and the things crashing in, with like the Big Bang and the way the space was formed. And it's not. I don't think that was computer generated. That was probably, like I said, it's probably like drops of things on a screen and zooming in really close. I thought it looked really cool.
Oh yeah, I like that sequence a lot, but it comes in the middle of the narrative, which already starts kind of later, and then we hop further back to the earliest time after anyway, it's confusing and oscillates and hops around.
Sure.
And you get all the Sean Penn stuff is really unhelpful. Like it really is the stuff that I really don't like it. It does add so little to the narrative. Just seeing him be an angsty adult, we don't really get enough context about what's going on to actually really give a shit. Like
I wish
he's
the
thinking
Sean
about his brother
Penn
and he's
stuff
sad.
wasn't in the movie. Like it feels like he needed to get Sean Penn in it somehow, and he's like, I'll just make him the older version of the kid.
Yeah, there was a lot of Sean Penn that was cut out of the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had an affair with some woman. They cut that part out. They took out a lot of stuff. It was like him in Dallas doing stuff.
Playing for the Cowboys?
Oh, yeah. He was a cheerleader, actually.
Yeah, I don't know, like Tree of Life feels meandering at times. Yeah. Listless at times. Yeah, but 2001 goes slow. I mean, we get the big long shots of like the ship docking. I mean, that sequence takes a long time. It's not like a brief thing. But it's at least going in the direction of a plot, I guess. Yeah. And yeah, it's still one of the best looking movies ever too, and it came out in the late 60s. There are very few movies even since that can match 2001 for how how awesome it
really
looks.
Really crazy. Yeah. Shit's older than Jaws.
I know.
And Jaws just celebrated its 50-year anniversary.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I watched it. I'm sorry to put you through that, Kevin. I feel bad. I did have the like, Kevin's gonna hate this. He's gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna hate it, Eric. So I'm shocked that you didn't.
No, I did. I definitely didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Won't watch it again. But
why is he going through her fucking underwear drawer? This is stupid. I don't care about this. Stop.
That just kind of made me laugh. Like, but again, it's like, are we gonna find out that he's like some sort of creepster, like serial killers? Like, is there gonna be some payoff for this? And never happened.
No, he just was curious, stole it, was maybe gonna do something with it.
He just needed to jerk his little tree of life.
Don't we all? Good Lord. Okay.
Did he know that the woman that he stole was it like his friend's mom or something?
Yeah, it was like a woman in the neighborhood that he thought was attractive. He saw her leave, and then he snuck into her house. He's checking shit out. You also don't have the internet, so you're just like doing stuff to get your shits and giggles, I guess. Like, I'm going to sneak into this house.
You try to bury it because you're
you're keeping it for the bank. Well, he wanted to probably use it later, but then he felt like somebody saw it.
Then he threw it in the water.
He's like, I don't do this. I feel guilty. I feel shame. Let me just get rid of the evidence. So then that's just floating on the river.
He needed more Brad Pitt to discipline him.
Well, this is why he was like, the cat's away, the mice were going to play, right? This is why he does all this fucked up shit when his dad's gone. Because he knows his mom's a pushover and he can get away with it.
Yeah.
His mom seemed like a good time.
Oh, yeah?
What?
She seemed like a good time.
Why don't you take her out of the town?
Yeah. Someone needed to treat her right. Brad Pitt didn't treat her right.
No, he didn't.
Take her out for a nice strawberry malt.
Yeah.
Go to the sock hop.
Mm-hmm.
She
You know,
certainly wasn't respected in this
No.
movie.
I like Jessica Chastain.
She's an excellent actor. She's great.
Yeah.
Because like she did Zero Dark
Interstellar.
30 right after this. And she's a very different character in Zero Dark 30, and she's really good.
Speaking of space movies, Interstellar, Christopher Nolan.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Oh, interesting. Who's Christopher Nolan?
You ever heard of him?
No.
Check
He's
it out.
up and comer. Okay.
Check him out.
Will do. Okay. Well, Mr. Chang, what are we doing next?
Well, I needed a palate cleanser.
Uh-oh.
So we're taking this way back.
American Pie.
No, let's go to the year of our Lord, 1994.
Oh, okay.
Hmm?
This is a comedy.
Okay.
Early 90s comedies can get a little dicey in terms of aging jokes and things.
Yeah, I've never seen this movie in its entirety. I've
Oh.
seen portions of it, and probably, doesn't stand up to.
Wayne's World? Or was Wayne's
Nope.
World later than that?
Clerks? Are we around the Clerks time? No. I assume you've seen Clerks.
This does have a lot of sequels,
Okay.
or a prequel and a sequel. So,
Prequel and a sequel. And it's not Clerks.
and it's not Clerks. It is a buddy comedy film.
Sure.
Buddy comedy. Is that like, no? Because Eddie Murphy's in the Rush Hour?
That's too early for Rush Hour, I think. I think Rush Hour's a bit later. Yeah, it's not. I mean,
Naked
Eddie Murphy was doing his stuff in the
Gun?
80s.
Is there a Naked Gun in there? No.
It had a budget of $17 million and it raked in $247 million.
Whoa.
This was a mega hit in 1994.
Whoa.
What was like the comedy of 1994?
Twins?
And John
Oh.
Hughes conceived the film before he sold it to the people who actually made it, and he asked for his name to be removed from the writing credits. So
But it
this
was
is
his
originally
idea.
it was John Hughes' idea.
What in the ever loving hell?
Nicolas Cage was supposed to star in it
Supposed to.
originally.
Okay.
Man, I am drawing a blank.
It's gonna be a movie. I'm gonna get smacked in the face once I realize what it is, because I'm sure this was a big deal in Mitchellville, 1994. Okay.
We're in Adam Sandler territory, right? Oh.
Oh
That's
yeah,
it.
Adam Sandler was big during this time.
Is it
But
too early?
it's not Billy. I don't think it's Billy Madison yet, though.
Well, they didn't make
And
any
that-
sequels to Billy Madison.
and
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore sequels coming out now, but I think it's still too early
Yeah.
for that. So I mean, Adam Sandler's about to explode onto the movie scene, but I don't know. if
Too
he's
early
there.
for Will Ferrell,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, way too early
Yeah.
for Will Ferrell.
I mean, is it an SNL related?
Nope,
Like
it is
no?
not.
What could it be? You already said Wayne's World. Conehead didn't have any sequels.
Well, this is a Farley Brothers movie.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber.
Yep.
Okay. God. Okay. I'm so into myself.
Okay.
Jim Carrey was the
Jim
comedy
Carrey.
guy.
Yes, we didn't get the Mask. Yeah, we just didn't go.
We've
Jim
gotten
Carrey.
to Jim Carrey. We got there, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did I not think of Jesus Lord? People are gonna be like, "You idiots! How did you not think
I
of Dumb and Dumber?"
knew that was coming. Yeah.
I've seen
yes.
this movie a million times. How did I not think of? Or Tommy Boy? I guess any of those. But yeah, wow. I'm embarrassed for myself.
So originally it was supposed to be Jim Carrey and Nick Cage. Nick
That
Cage
would have
would
been
play.
bad.
That wouldn't have been as good.
Just when I
Jeff
thought
Daniels.
you couldn't get any dumber, you go and totally redeem yourself.
So this was what you thought the spiritual opposite of Tree of Life, Kevin, is Dumb and Dumber.
That's correct.
Oh, yeah, this will be great.
I wonder if Eric's gonna like it.
Have a few beers and a few sodas and watch Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've seen it. It's been many times. You've never seen it all the way through? Did I catch that? Like you've never seen it beginning to end?
I've never seen it beginning and end.
Wow.
I've seen snippets of it. So
I don't think you're gonna like it. No, it's a great movie.
Okay.
Great film. Should have won an Oscar.
5 out of 5.
Yeah,
It's coming
a
next
5
week.
out of 5 for sure. Yeah.
So do you guys have the VHS DVD?
No, but I'm pretty sure I own it on digital. Well, maybe I don't. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll find it. I don't know if I have the DVD either, but
I've intentionally not watched Dumb and Dumber just because I have heard bad things about it and I don't want it to like sour my taste. But I might check that out too. I might do a little double feature watching both.
I haven't seen either the prequel or the sequel, so yeah, just only ever seen this one.
All right,
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber.
Been a while.
Well, that's all she wrote on the Pot of Dreams. We're gonna just whisper. The universe crashing into itself, and then baby's feet being washed. Thank you for listening.